This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
It's Friday. The weekend is nearly upon us. So I hope everybody's having a great day and looking forward to a great weekend, wherever it is that you may have planned. If you're working, apologies for that, but try and enjoy it anyway. Now, just over 14 hours ago, I did a community post, which was, where should the Joshua Ruiz rematch take place? Now, in that very short period of time of only 14 hours, over 4,500 of you guys took to the vote. Now, I know not everybody gets to see them. I think a lot of it may be down to maybe you haven't clicked the bell icon, which means you don't get the notifications or it doesn't pop up on your feed. I don't quite know the answer to the community post, why not everybody sees them. But regardless, over 4,500 is a pretty decent turnout for that one. And the question was, Joshua Ruiz rematch, where should it take place? America, United Kingdom, Mexico, or somewhere neutral. 48% of you said the rematch should take place in America again, and it appears that you may actually get your wish. Now, I know just by going at the comments of a lot of you guys, is a case of Joshua should return to the scene of the crime and make it right, which is a fair comment, I think. Now, you could be right on this one, 48%, because Madison Square Garden, the official account over there on Twitter, put out a minute clip of the atmosphere, the crowd, of how they were on June the 1st with Joshua Ruiz. And the crowd was absolutely electric. All the Brits, the Americans, Nigerians, and all different parts of the world all come together for that one event, 21,000 people in the arena. America hasn't seen an atmosphere like that in quite some time. Let's be honest, they really haven't. So their eyes were opened as to what an event really is that Matchroom puts on, what the Brits bring, and all that kind of thing. So absolutely fantastic atmosphere. So they put out for Joshua Ruiz to a historic night. Eddie Hearn responds to wait till part 2. So what could he mean by that? I think for most people, that's confirmation that the rematch is going to be happening at Madison Square Garden. Now, we do know that Joshua, he put out a statement a little while ago saying that it appears that it's going to be November. Eddie Hearn has since said, well, it'll either be somewhere between mid-November to mid-December. We're still waiting to finalise. Could it happen at Wembley? Could it happen at Cardiff? Could it happen at the Tottenham Hotspur new football ground? Or wherever else? But Eddie Hearn saying that he wants it in the United Kingdom. Why? Because Joshua is going to get all his home comforts, isn't he? We're not talking about the fight. We're talking about the build-up. We're talking about the fact he doesn't have to travel and change camps and all this kind of thing. He can concentrate there in Sheffield and just do his usual routine coming up to the fight. When it's happening in America, he's going to have to change camp and all this kind of thing and do all the kind of tours around and ask all the kind of questions at all the media there in America, who really took to him. It appears that America really warmed to Anthony Joshua. And these guys would love nothing more than a comeback. Americans love a comeback. And listen, we do here in the UK as well, but Americans go absolutely overboard with a comeback, which is why they've taken in Tyson Fury, of course, because of his comeback. And they would love nothing more to see, will Joshua rise from the ashes again, where, let's be honest, his fan base, his popularity was once touching the heavens, and it's dipped quite a bit because there are, unfortunately, a lot of glory hunters out there who will only support the undefeated record. When somebody takes a loss, that's it, they throw them under the bus, which is, in my opinion, more a character of you more than a character of, say, Joshua, for example. So if you jump in ship where suddenly you were praising Joshua and building him up, and to suddenly now just not give a damn and call him trash and throw him under the bus, as I said, that's more of a reflection on you. Everybody takes a loss. All favourite fighters take a loss. It's boxing. Why did Joshua take a loss? Who knows? Maybe Andy Ruiz Jr. was just better on the night. Who knows? Maybe the style of Andy Ruiz is all wrong for Joshua, which is one of the things that I said before the fight. Joshua don't like fighting shorter guys. He struggled with Povetkin. He didn't look great against Parker and Carlos Takam. Andy Ruiz Jr. has faster hands than all of them. It was always going to cause him problems. Maybe it was that one shot on the temple, which just totally took him out, if you like. Maybe he did have some problems. Maybe he was concussed in sparring. Maybe he did have problems, or whatever it may be. Maybe he didn't. We don't know. But to find out for sure, the rematch, and Joshua wants to return to the scene of the crime, as a lot of people will call it. So if this does happen, we have to give Joshua praise, don't we? Because it would be very easy to just say, right, you know what, we're going to go back to Wembley, we're going to go to Cardiff or wherever. my home comforts. This is what I'm used to, my family and that around me. I know the surroundings, all that kind of thing. So if he does go to America, listen, he's only human, okay? So when he walked to that ring at Madison Square Garden again, if this is definitely confirmed, then he is going to be getting some memories of what happened on June the 1st. It is going to bother him. But what kind of character does he have? Maybe he's one of these guys that doesn't travel very well. We here in Britain, for whatever reason, we can do the business in the UK ring against anybody in the world, but yet when we travel, we seem to fall apart. We don't perform very well, and we've seen that on the entire Joshua undercard, with the exception of Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi. Maybe Joshua is one of those. He just doesn't travel, but you know, we have had guys like Lennox Lewis, Joe Calzaghe, Billy Joe Saunders, and Tyson Fury, and that, of course. These guys are quite happy to walk into your house, flick the kettle on, make themselves a cuppa, sit down and turn on your TV, put their feet up on the coffee table and make their house their own. These people have no scruples, okay? These people are very confident in themselves. Don't matter where they are, they'll make themselves at home. So traveling isn't really a problem. Maybe Joshua's not of that mold. Maybe he is, because we do know that he has traveled as an amateur and done well. But who knows? Who knows what it is? But I think Joshua deserves a lot of praise for taking the rematch at Madison Square Garden, where it all went wrong. That's my honest opinion on it. I think that Joshua, very, very brave to do so. Listen, we're still waiting for official confirmation, but how else can you really take that tweet where Eddie Hearn says, wait till part 2? He could be saying, well, we're going to put the fight on in Wembley, which could be even better, so stay tuned for that one. Or he could be saying, wait for part 2, as in Joshua will return there one day, not necessarily next. But it's a bit of an odd one for him to just put that out there, or he could just be putting it out there just to get some hype, some fan reaction, like this video, for example. So maybe it's that, who knows? But ultimately, we have to wait and find out for sure. Eddie Hearn did say they should be announcing it this week. We do know that Joshua, he said that he wants to return to the scene of the crime and make it correct. And if he does do that, as I said, the Americans and that love a comeback story. And should he win there, you know, he becomes an even bigger star overnight in America. And all those fans that abandoned Joshua will soon be back on the hype train straight after. It is what it is. But anyway, for me, I'm not really bothered where the fight happens. If it turns out to be London, it's London. If it turns out to be Mexico, it's Mexico. Turns out to be Timbuktu, not bothered. The only thing I care about is get the fight on, get the rematch, and let's see, was there something wrong in the first fight? Was there not? Maybe Andy Ruiz Jr., it was just all wrong for Joshua. Maybe Joshua's going to be more focused, going to have a better game plan. Maybe he should do his entire camp in America rather than cutting his camp up into 2, going from Sheffield, then going to Miami, and then going to New York. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, we'll have to wait and find out. That's what's going on. You drop your thoughts below about it. Click the thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.